God says, my beloved child, there comes a moment in every life when what has been hidden must rise into the light, not as punishment, but as a path to your healing. You have asked in silence, cried in secret, pleaded in the quiet of the night for answers, for truth, for understanding. The time has now come. You are not alone in this. Heaven has seen. The divine has listened. The signs you dismissed were not coincidences, they were whispers from above, calling your soul to awareness. Today is not just another day, it is the beginning of truth rising like the dawn, unstoppable, clear, and eternal. You may not have known how deeply one presence affected the path of your peace. But heaven is revealing this now, not to cause fear, but to bring liberation. You have suffered not because you were weak, but because you were strong enough to carry what wasn't yours. You trusted beyond what was wise. You forgave beyond what was fair. You waited beyond what was necessary. And now, all of heaven is in motion to return to you what was taken, what was clouded, what was delayed. This woman is the reason behind many of your recent problems. This truth is not meant to burden you further, but to release you. It is time to know. It is time to understand. It is time to rise. The interference she brought was not always direct, it came in the form of misaligned energies, distorted words, silent manipulation, masked intentions. Your soul, though powerful, absorbed this because it longed to heal others. But her actions did not come from a place of healing. They were not of love, not of light. They were rooted in something else, a need to take what wasn't hers, to dim your light so she could feel brighter in her own shadow. You did not deserve the confusion, the chaos, the deep fatigue in your spirit. You began to question your worth. You doubted your voice. You quieted your intuition. You wondered whether you were simply too sensitive or imagining things. But the truth is, your spirit was being touched by energies that never belonged in your life. And now, by divine order, all is being exposed. Heaven is not blind to the ways you were pulled backward when you tried to move forward. Every time you gained momentum, something unseen would try to stop you. Every time you dared to dream again, something would whisper that it's too late. You began to settle. You began to shrink. But your soul cannot remain in hiding. Your calling is too great. Your light is too important. What you didn't know is that her energy has lingered in conversations you weren't part of, in decisions that should have favored you, in moments that seemed unfair. You kept showing up. You kept loving. You kept being kind. But the spiritual realm saw what was hidden. And now, the divine says, no more. This unveiling is not about revenge. It's about alignment. It's about restoring what is holy. It's about truth rising and lies dissolving. You are being freed, not just externally, but from within. The heaviness you've carried will lift. The thoughts that tormented you will vanish. The confusion that wrapped around your path will clear. Light is returning. Peace is returning. Clarity is returning. You have been strong in ways the world does not understand. Your tears watered the soil of your future. Your prayers paved roads in the unseen. Your faith, though shaken, never broke completely. That is why this message comes now. Because you are ready. Ready to see. Ready to receive. Ready to rise. And yes, ready to walk away from what was never yours to fix. You are not being asked to judge. You are being asked to let go. Let go of trying to understand her motives. Let go of carrying her pain. Let go of blaming yourself for her actions. You are not responsible for the darkness she carried. You were merely trying to be light in her storm. But light cannot stay where it is not honored. And now, you are being called to something higher. To places where your light will be seen, not stolen. Where your gifts will be celebrated, not silenced. This is a sacred turning point. A divine threshold. What has been hidden is now revealed. What was blocked is now opened. What was unclear is now illuminated. There is nothing wrong with you. There never was. The interference you felt was not your fault. The betrayal you sensed was not imagined. The closed doors, the coldness, the rejection, it was all orchestrated by a force that envied your light. And now, heaven says, enough. There is a great shift taking place in the spiritual realms. What you lost is being returned, not always in the same form, but in better. What was broken is being healed, not with human understanding, but with divine grace. What was delayed is being released. And the truth of who you are is being restored, not just in the eyes of others, but in your own. You may feel emotions rise as you read this: relief, sadness, rage, release. Let them come. Let them flow. This is healing. This is holy. This is long overdue. You do not need to perform strength anymore. You do not need to pretend you're unaffected. You are allowed to feel. You are allowed to grieve. You are allowed to move forward. And you will. Because you are not walking alone. There is angelic presence surrounding you now, guiding every step, clearing every path, opening every gate. You will notice changes soon, within days, perhaps hours. Energies will shift. Conversations will turn. People will reveal themselves. And you will know. You will see. You will understand. God says, even what was used to harm you, I will turn for your good. Your pain will have a purpose. Your silence will become strength. Your confusion will become clarity. Your tears will become rivers of power. Your past will not define you, it will refine you. And the presence of this woman in your story will no longer hold power. You are not tied to her energy. You are not bound to her decisions. You are not responsible for her actions. You are free. Watch how things begin to shift. Watch how peace returns. Watch how people begin to speak truth around you. Watch how your own intuition sharpens. What once felt blocked will open. What once felt hopeless will ignite. You are not who you were when this began. You are wiser now. Stronger. More aligned. More awake. And because of this, you will not fall into old traps again. There is so much more for you. So much more joy, connection, alignment, purpose. Do not allow her shadow to define your light. Do not allow her absence to steal your presence. Do not allow her choices to diminish your value. You are not broken. You are breaking free. More is being revealed even now. You will begin to notice dreams, signs, feelings. These are confirmations. Heaven is speaking to you constantly, aligning your steps. Trust what you feel. Trust what you know. Trust that what was hidden is now being cleared. You have been loyal to the wrong energies. But that was part of your lesson. Not to punish you, but to awaken you. You had to learn how precious your light is. You had to see how misaligned relationships cost you. And now that you know, you will never allow such energy near your soul again. The season of confusion is ending. The cycle of pain is breaking. The false connections are falling. And your true life, your divine life, is rising. Finally, God is exposing this woman, open it now before. Finally, God is exposing this woman, open it now before the moment slips away, before the veil closes again, and before the window of truth becomes narrow. The time to see clearly is now. Not tomorrow, not later, but this very moment. You have been waiting for confirmation, for a sign, for validation that you are not imagining what you have felt in your heart. This is that sign. The forces that once clouded your vision are retreating. The clouds are breaking. The light of truth is pouring through. Your spirit will breathe freely again. You will feel the weight lift from your shoulders. The chains that bound your joy are dissolving. You are stepping into a new dawn, a new day where your voice will be heard, your heart will be honored, your path will be clear. She had her reasons, but none justified the disruption she caused in your life. Not because you are unworthy, but because she was not aligned with your highest good. Sometimes, those who enter our lives do so to teach us hard lessons, to shake us awake, to show us what we must release. It is painful, yes. But it is sacred, too. You have been tested in ways that made you question your faith. But your faith, like a seed planted deep within, is now beginning to sprout. You are emerging from a long winter of doubt into the spring of assurance. The divine timing is perfect. The unveiling is necessary. The healing is inevitable. What you thought was your burden is actually your blessing in disguise. The endurance you showed, the patience you maintained, the prayers you whispered in quiet desperation, they are all stepping stones to the life you are about to embrace. Your story is not ending in sorrow, it is unfolding into triumph. You may wonder what this means for your future. It means freedom. It means clarity. It means peace. You will no longer carry what belongs to another. You will no longer be caught in webs of confusion. You will stand tall in your truth, radiating the light that was always yours. Know this, God's plan for you has not been delayed. What you experienced was part of a greater purpose that only heaven fully understands. You are part of a divine orchestration that will bring you exactly where you need to be. Trust this process. Trust yourself. Trust that the universe is working for your highest good, even when it seems to move slowly. Your heart is a powerful compass. Follow it fearlessly. Let go of what no longer serves you. Embrace the truth that sets you free. Do not fear the revelations, welcome them. They are your liberation. You are surrounded by love, seen and unseen. Angels walk with you, protect you, guide you. You are never alone. When you feel overwhelmed, reach out in prayer, in quiet reflection, in gratitude. These are your anchors in the storm. You have the strength to rise above this. The courage to rebuild. The wisdom to choose peace. Nothing can diminish the light that shines within you. This woman's role in your story is closing. The chapter she occupied is ending. The next pages are yours to write, filled with hope, renewal, and endless possibility. There is a sacred power in releasing the past. It does not mean forgetting or pretending it did not happen. It means acknowledging the truth, honoring your feelings, and choosing to move forward with grace. You deserve this peace. You deserve this freedom. You deserve this joy. As you open your heart to this truth, watch how your world begins to change. Opportunities will appear. Relationships will heal or fall away as needed. Your soul will sing again. Your spirit will dance in newfound lightness. Let this be a turning point. A holy moment where you reclaim your power and step fully into the life you were created for. The divine is calling you to trust, to believe, to receive all the good that is coming. Remember, you are worthy beyond measure. You are loved beyond comprehension. You are chosen for greatness. Do not let anyone dim your light, especially not someone whose path was never meant to align with yours. Hold on to hope. Hold on to faith. Hold on to love. These are the gifts that no one can take away. These are the gifts that will carry you forward. The divine message is clear and unwavering. You are being set free from the shadows of confusion and into the brilliance of truth. Embrace it. Live it. Shine it. Finally, God is exposing this woman. Open it now before this sacred moment passes. This is your time. This is your truth. This is your liberation. Finally, God is exposing this woman. Open it now before the clarity of this moment fades and the whispers of doubt try to return. The time for silence is over. The time for seeing with eyes wide open is here. You have waited long enough to understand why things unfolded as they did. Now you must embrace the healing that comes from knowing the truth. This revelation is not meant to cause bitterness or resentment. It is meant to bring liberation and peace. The path ahead is brighter because the fog has lifted. What once was hidden in shadows is now standing in the full light of day. This is a gift, a divine intervention meant to set your soul free. You may feel waves of emotions, relief, sorrow, anger, release, and that is perfectly natural. Each feeling is part of the cleansing process. Do not rush through them. Allow your heart to feel everything, knowing that on the other side is peace. She is no longer a mystery. Her influence, her energy, her presence, they no longer have power over your destiny. The hold she had on your spirit is broken. You are free to walk forward with confidence, with strength, with dignity. This woman's story in your life is closing, but your story is just beginning. You are stepping into a chapter filled with clarity, purpose, and joy. The lessons you learned, the strength you gained, the faith that never wavered, they have prepared you for a future that is full of light. You will find new connections, new opportunities, and new reasons to smile. Your soul's purpose is calling you loudly now, and the distractions that once held you back will no longer slow your progress. Remember, the divine does not abandon you in your darkest moments. The presence of heaven surrounds you constantly, guiding your steps, whispering truths, and protecting your heart. You are not alone. You are never alone. Trust that what has been revealed is for your highest good. Trust that letting go of what no longer serves you makes space for blessings to flow in. Trust that your future is brighter than your past. You have endured much and emerged stronger. Your resilience is a testament to the divine light within you. Do not doubt your worth or your ability to heal and thrive. The universe is conspiring in your favor, even when it doesn't feel like it. This moment is sacred. This message is divine. Embrace it fully. Let it transform your perspective. Let it ignite your spirit. Let it restore your hope. Finally, God is exposing this woman. Open it now before the moment slips away. Your time to heal, to grow, and to shine is now. Finally, God is exposing this woman. Open it now before the light of truth dims and the opportunity to reclaim your peace passes you by. The revelation unfolding before you is a turning point, a divine unveiling meant to bring clarity to the chaos that once surrounded your heart. It is an invitation to release all confusion, all doubt, all heaviness, and to walk forward into freedom. The impact she had on your life was real, but it no longer holds dominion over your spirit. You have been given the sacred gift of discernment, a wisdom that allows you to see beyond surface appearances and recognize the intentions that were once hidden. This clarity is a shield, a fortress built by divine hands, protecting your heart from future pain. Feel the power of this truth settle deeply within you. Let it wash over you like a cleansing river, removing every residue of past struggles, every shadow of uncertainty. You are not defined by what happened, but by how you rise from it. And rise you will. You may still wrestle with questions, with moments of lingering doubt, but know this: every question is a seed of growth, every doubt an opportunity for deeper faith. Do not fear these feelings. Embrace them as part of your sacred journey. The story she played in your life is ending, and with it goes the weight of confusion and betrayal. The narrative is shifting, and you are the author now. Write your next chapters with courage, with hope, with grace. The divine presence within you is your constant guide, your unfailing source of strength. As you release the ties that bound you, you create space for new blessings, new relationships, new joys. The universe is ready to fill your life with all that you deserve: peace, love, abundance, and fulfillment. Remember, your worth is not determined by another's actions or presence. You are infinitely valuable, cherished beyond measure by the divine. No one can take that away from you. This moment is sacred. This message is a beacon of hope. You are being called to step fully into your power, your truth, your light. The past is behind you, the future is bright, and the present is your gift. Finally, God is exposing this woman. Open it now before the chance to embrace your freedom fades. This is your moment to be whole, to be healed, to be free. Finally, God is exposing this woman. Open it now before the sacred moment to reclaim your peace quietly slips away. The truth is a mighty force that will break through every illusion and every cloud of confusion that has veiled your vision for too long. It is a light that burns steadily, refusing to be extinguished, revealing what was once hidden from your view. Know that this revelation is not to condemn, but to liberate. It is an opportunity to understand what has shaped your journey, to learn the lessons that were wrapped in difficult moments, and to emerge renewed and empowered. The presence she held in your life may have felt overwhelming, but it was temporary. The divine order is restoring balance, realigning your path with the sacred plan meant just for you. You are stepping into a season of restoration and healing, where every step forward is blessed. Your heart, once heavy with uncertainty, will find rest. The burden you carried is being lifted. The ties that once bound your joy are loosening, and you are free to breathe deeply again. Your spirit will rejoice in this newfound freedom. This is not just a moment of closure but a beginning of a beautiful new chapter. You are invited to step into your full potential, to embrace your true self without hesitation or fear. The divine is calling you to walk boldly, knowing that you are fully supported and deeply loved. Remember, forgiveness is part of this healing, not as an excuse, but as a gift to yourself. Forgiveness releases you from the prison of past wounds and opens your heart to peace. It is a powerful act of self-love that brings you closer to the light. Trust that the divine timing is perfect. The universe has been working behind the scenes to bring you to this moment of clarity and strength. What seemed like setbacks were actually steps forward in disguise. You are stronger than you realize. You are wiser than you know. You are more loved than words can express. Let this truth settle into your soul and carry you forward. Finally, God is exposing this woman. Open it now before this sacred unveiling closes. Your healing awaits. Your freedom beckons. Your future shines brightly.